Hey guys, welcome back. In this lecture, we are going to be talking about the things that you are going to need to set this system up. Since this is about Google AdSense, the first thing you would be needing is a pre-approved Google AdSense account that you can start using right away on your website and start publishing advertisements on your website. Now please keep in mind we are not going to be talking about how to create a Google AdSense account and how to get approval for one. That would be a totally different topic altogether, and we are not going to be getting into that. However, if you don't already have a Google AdSense account, you can still use this method because there are a lot of CPC networks out there that people use when they don't have Google AdSense. So you can go ahead and create an account with any popular CPC network, and you can start using that with this specific method that you are learning here. Now, the tools that we are going to be using in this tutorial and also the approach that we are going to take is going to be applicable for all kinds of CPC networks. So if you don't have a Google AdSense account, you can go ahead and create an account with any popular CPC account. I'll give you a few examples here. You can go to Chitika.com. Chitika is a very popular network, and this is considered to be a good alternative for Google AdSense, especially for those people who don't have very high traffic or very content-rich websites, because approval for Chitika is very easy. You can get approved right away and you can start publishing the advertisements. There is a little catch here. Chitika does not pay really as well as Google AdSense, but then there is no network out there that pays really as good as Google AdSense. So you'll have to make a compromise there. But then it's better to have something than nothing, right? So you can go create an account with Chitika.com, or if you want, you can also use Exponential.com. Exponential was earlier TribalFusion.com. This is now a part of the Yahoo network, and you can start using Exponential.com as well. Approval is going to take a few days' time, but they are not as strict as Google AdSense. So you can consider Exponential as well, or if you want, you can use Taboola.com as well. Taboola is a very fast-growing network, and a lot of websites have actually shifted from Google AdSense to Taboola because their advertisements are very much in sync with the content that you place on your website. So this could be a really good option for you as well if you don't have Google AdSense. So once again, if you don't have AdSense but you still want to use this method, go ahead and create a CPC account with any of these networks, and then you can start using this method. So that's the first thing that you are going to need, a CPC account or a Google AdSense account. The next thing that you are going to need is a budget of approximately $100. Now you might ask me that Google AdSense is not a very big fan of paid advertising or paid traffic. So why would you need the money? Well, I'll tell you something here. We are going to be using a special theme here from AdsenseLabs.com. AdsenseLabs.com is actually a company that researches different kinds of tools and stuff that you can use for maximizing your AdSense profits. So we are going to be using this theme from AdsenseLabs.com, and this theme is going to maximize your profits. The hero of this method is going to be this theme. It doesn't matter what kind of theme you already have access to, what kind of plugins you already have access to, because the theme that we are going to be using from AdSense Labs, it's called the UltraClick theme. I have not seen such properties on any other theme from WordPress. So I don't know of any other alternatives. If you can find an alternative, you can get back to me and I would be happy to implement that in my system as well. But for now, we are just going to get this theme from AdSense Labs, which is going to cost you $67, and we are going to be implementing our method using this theme. So that's a part of your $100 gone into getting this theme. The rest of the money is going to be spent in creating content. Now, the method that we are going to be using here is not going to require a ton of content on your website. If you have some very basic English writing skills, you can create the content all by yourself on your website. However, we are going to be needing a substantial amount of content that is going to be placed somewhere else, not on your website, somewhere else, and we are going to be using that content to drive traffic back to your website. So if you consider yourself as a writer and you think you can write very good articles, you can really save a lot of money and you can create those articles all by yourself. However, if you are not a writer yourself, you have to outsource the writing process. You could outsource this writing process to freelance websites or on Fiverr.com, and we are going to be talking about that. But that is going to cost you around $35 to $40. So that's what your money is going to be spent on. So you would need around $100. And yes, you are also going to need a domain name. Now, a domain name can be easily had off GoDaddy for just $1 using GoDaddy coupons. So that is not a big deal. You're going to need around $100 to set this system up, and there are absolutely no recurring expenses. So that is all the money that you are spending. Now, the next thing you are going to need is a few hours of time. When you are just setting this system up, you would be spending around 10 to 12 hours in total to set the system up. And once the system has been set up, you would probably need around 30 to 45 minutes every week to run this system. So this is pretty much an autopilot system. You won't have to be spending a lot of time or money every week or every month to run this system. 10 to 12 hours in the beginning, and then just 30 to 45 minutes every week. That's all you need. And the most important thing you need here is a lot of passion, because we are going to be approaching Google AdSense or any other CPC network for that matter in a totally unconventional way, and I can guarantee you this, you have not heard about this system anywhere else. This is going to be totally new to you, and when you hear me talking about how to scale this system up, I can guarantee you, you are going to be blown away, because we would be talking about huge amounts of membership money. Yes, we are going to be getting into membership websites with Google AdSense. That is going to be a totally new approach, and that is going to make you thousands of dollars if you implement it correctly. So a lot of stuff is going to be happening here. You have to pay close attention, and you have to be an action taker. That is the most important part here. With that, I'll leave you here, and thank you for your time. I'll see you in my next lecture.